Hi friends. Ever feel like your garden soil is tired and lifeless? Today, I'm sharing a simple, age-old trick using a little fermented rice water to transform your soil into a thriving, worm-happy paradise. It's gentle on your back, easy to do, and perfect whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out. With just a few simple steps, you'll boost your soil's health, help microbes flourish, and watch your plants perk up. No heavy digging or complicated tools needed. Let's bring your garden to life the smart and effortless way. Why fermented rice water works. Have you ever wondered why some garden soils seem tired, packed, or just lifeless? A big part of that is that the tiny helpers in the soil, microorganisms, are dormant or struggling. These microscopic friends are essential. They break down organic matter, recycle nutrients, and create a healthy environment for your plants. The good news? A simple, natural trick. Fermented rice water can wake them up, almost like a probiotic for your soil. When you pour a little fermented rice water onto your garden, you're giving these microbes a feast of nutrients and sugars. Suddenly, they're active again, multiplying and working hard to improve your soil structure. As the microbes thrive, they start producing the compounds that earthworms love. And here's where the magic happens. The worms come in, drawn by this rich, microbe-friendly environment. In just a few days, sometimes as little as 3, you'll notice more wriggling visitors, turning your soil over, aerating it, and recycling nutrients naturally. This process is completely gentle on your garden and on you. No backbreaking digging, no chemical fertilizers, just a small bit of fermented rice water and nature doing the rest. The worms act as nature's own soil engineers, creating tunnels that let air, water, and nutrients reach plant roots more easily. Over time, your garden becomes healthier, more resilient, and more vibrant, all thanks to a simple, inexpensive, and eco-friendly practice. What's even better is that this method reconnects us with the rhythms of nature. It reminds us that gardening isn't just about digging and planting. It's about nurturing an ecosystem, even in small spaces. By supporting microbes and worms, you're letting nature take the lead, while your efforts remain minimal but highly effective. Your soil becomes richer, your plants stronger, and your garden a little paradise of life, all without the need for harsh chemicals or heavy labor. So, if your soil has been struggling or your plants aren't thriving, think of fermented rice water as a gentle wake-up call for the underground world. With patience, observation, and a little consistency, you'll see the results: vibrant plants, happy worms, and soil that practically hums with life. Gardening this way isn't just productive. It's joyful, rewarding, and a beautiful reminder that even tiny, invisible helpers can make a world of difference. What you'll need. Before we jump in, let's make sure you have everything ready. The beauty of this method is that it's simple, low effort, and uses things you probably already have in your kitchen. First and foremost, you'll need leftover rice water. That's the water you rinse your rice with, not the cooked rice itself. Make sure it's plain, without salt, sugar, or any flavorings. This humble rinse water is packed with nutrients and natural sugars that soil microbes absolutely love. It's like a little energy drink for your garden. Next, you'll need a clean container for fermenting. It can be a glass jar, a small bucket, or any container with a lid. Cleanliness is important to prevent unwanted mold or bacteria from taking over. You'll pour your rice water into this container and let it sit for a day or two until it starts to ferment slightly. You'll know it's ready when it smells pleasantly sour, kind of like yogurt. But for your garden, for application, a watering can or gentle sprayer works best. You want to pour the fermented rice water evenly over your soil, without disturbing the microbes too much. A gentle sprayer is especially nice for seniors or anyone who prefers less bending. Just mist it over the garden bed. Optional items can make the process even more comfortable. A pair of gloves keeps your hands clean and protected while working with soil. And a small trowel can help if you need to lightly loosen compacted spots. But the great news is, heavy digging isn't necessary. This method is all about working with nature, not against it. Finally, think about comfort while you garden. A seat or bench nearby is a wonderful reminder that gardening doesn't have to be exhausting. You can sit, observe, and gently apply your fermented rice water without straining your back or knees. Gardening should feel enjoyable, not like a chore. By having these simple tools on hand, you set yourself and your soil up for success. Everything is easy to manage, affordable, and senior-friendly, while also being highly effective. The best part? You're giving your garden life, attracting helpful worms, and nurturing the underground ecosystem with minimal effort. It's a small investment in time and materials that brings big rewards, healthier soil, happier worms, and more vibrant plants, all while keeping gardening accessible, safe, and enjoyable for everyone. Now let's walk through the process step by step. Don't worry, it's simple, low effort, and perfect for gardeners of any experience level. Step 1. Collect the water. Start with your leftover rice. Place it in a clean bowl or jar and rinse it gently with fresh water. This is the water we're after, the cloudy, nutrient-rich liquid that usually gets poured down the drain. Think of it as liquid gold for your soil. Make sure the rice isn't flavored or salted. We want it as pure as possible. Once rinsed, pour the water into your fermentation container. A jar or small bucket works perfectly. You'll notice it's slightly cloudy, and that's a good sign. It's packed with starches and nutrients that soil microbes love. Step 2. Ferment the water. Next, cover the container loosely and leave it at room temperature for 24 to 48 hours. During this time, natural fermentation occurs. You'll start to notice a mild, pleasantly sour smell. It's not bad. This is the signal that the good microbes are multiplying, turning your simple rice water into a probiotic-rich treat for your soil. If the smell is too strong or unpleasant, just discard that batch and start fresh. Otherwise, this little sour aroma is a sign that your soil helpers are about to get a feast. For seniors or anyone new to fermentation, this step is worry-free and doesn't require monitoring, beyond checking the smell and appearance. Step 3. Apply to soil. Now it's time to bring that fermented magic to your garden. Using a watering can or gentle sprayer, pour the rice water slowly over your soil or around the base of your plants. Move steadily, covering the area evenly. But remember, a little goes a long way. You don't need to oversaturate. The microbes in the fermented water will start working immediately, activating dormant soil organisms and attracting earthworms, the natural aerators and recyclers of your garden. You may even start noticing wriggling visitors in just a few days. This step is also a wonderful moment to pause and observe. Gardening isn't just about doing. It's about connecting with your plants and soil. Take a seat nearby if you need to, relax, and enjoy the gentle satisfaction of nurturing life beneath your feet. No heavy digging, no harsh chemicals, just natural, simple care that pays off in vibrant plants, healthier soil, and happy worms. By following these 3 easy steps, collect, ferment, and apply, you're giving your garden a natural boost that's safe, effective, and incredibly rewarding. Each time you do it, you're helping microbes flourish, inviting earthworms to do their magic, and building soil that will sustain your garden for seasons to come. It's effortless, eco-friendly, and surprisingly joyful, a gentle, smart way to garden that works with nature instead of against it. What to expect? Rice water, it's natural to wonder. What should I be looking for? And how soon will I see results? The good news is that the changes often happen faster than you might expect, and they're incredibly rewarding to observe. One of the first signs you'll notice is an increase in earthworm activity. These wriggly helpers are nature's soil engineers, and they're attracted to the thriving microbes that your fermented rice water has encouraged. In many gardens, earthworms can appear within just 3 days. Seeing them in action is not only satisfying, it's a sign that your soil is becoming alive and healthy again. Along with more worms, your soil will start to change in texture. It will become softer, more crumbly, and easier to work with. This is the result of both the microbes breaking down organic matter and the worms aerating the soil as they move. Softer soil improves drainage, retains moisture more efficiently, and allows plant roots to expand more freely. For seniors, this means easier gardening with less strain. And for any gardener, it's a huge step toward a thriving garden ecosystem. Over the following weeks, your plants will begin to show signs of renewed vigor. Leaves may appear greener, growth may accelerate, and flowers or vegetables can look more robust. This is the indirect effect of healthier soil. Nutrients become more accessible, water flows better, and the soil itself supports life rather than working against it. By simply adding a small amount of fermented rice water, You've set off a chain reaction that nurtures every layer of your garden. It's also worth noting the long-term ecological benefits. You're encouraging a natural balance. Microbes flourish, worms aerate, and your soil recycles nutrients without heavy chemical fertilizers. This gentle approach creates a sustainable garden that's easier to maintain and kinder to the environment. You'll feel the difference not just in your plants, but in the joy of watching a miniature ecosystem thrive right under your hands. Finally, don't worry if results aren't instant everywhere. Soil is like a living sponge. It adapts and changes at its own pace. With a little consistency, observation, and patience, the benefits compound. A healthier, happier garden that rewards your care with more vibrant plants, abundant worms, and soil that truly hums with life. Safety and tips for seniors. While fermented rice water is gentle and natural, a few simple safety tips can make the experience even more enjoyable, especially for seniors. First and foremost, start small. A little goes a long way. Over-applying can saturate the soil, create unpleasant odors, or even encourage mold. Remember, the goal is to give your microbes and worms a treat, not to drown the soil. Keep tools and comfort aids nearby. A seat or sturdy bench lets you pause and work without straining your back or knees, while a kneeling pad can make soil-level tasks much easier. If you have a raised bed, even better, less bending and reaching keeps gardening accessible and safe. Gloves and a small trowel are also helpful to keep hands clean and protect against minor scrapes. Sometimes the soil can become a little too wet. If that happens, pair your fermented rice water with dry materials such as shredded newspaper, fallen leaves, or even straw. These absorb excess moisture while still feeding the soil, keeping it light, fluffy, and worm-friendly. This balance ensures your garden stays healthy and comfortable to work in. It's also important to know when to pause. Healthy soil smells earthy and fresh, and worms should be active and visible. If you notice an odd, sour, or overly strong odor, or if worm activity decreases, stop for a moment and reassess. It may be a sign that the soil is too wet or that the fermentation batch wasn't quite right. Adjusting the amount applied or waiting a few days before the next application will prevent problems and keep your garden thriving. Finally, remember that gardening is meant to be gentle, rewarding, and joyful. Fermented rice water is a tool, not a chore. By starting small, keeping comfort in mind, and observing your soil and plants closely, you're setting yourself up for success. You'll enjoy the satisfaction of seeing microbes multiply, worms return, and plants thrive, all without heavy lifting or harsh chemicals. With a little mindfulness and these simple precautions, seniors can enjoy a flourishing garden that's safe, effective, and deeply rewarding. You're not just improving your soil. You're creating a nurturing environment where life can flourish, all while keeping your own well-being a priority. If fermented rice water isn't the only gentle way to revive tired soil, there are several alternatives and complements that work just as naturally. For example, compost tea, a liquid made by steeping compost in water, delivers a nutrient-rich boost straight to your soil. Similarly, a diluted liquid fertilizer can give your plants a gentle lift without overwhelming the soil ecosystem. If you have access to worm castings, you can even make worm casting tea, which introduces microbes and nutrients while encouraging healthy worm activity. What's wonderful about all of these methods, including fermented rice water, is how low effort and low cost they are. You don't need fancy tools, heavy machinery, or expensive chemicals. This makes them perfect for seniors or anyone looking to maintain an established garden or gently revive a small plot. A little care and attention goes a long way. And the results, healthier soil, thriving worms, and happier plants, can appear surprisingly quickly. It's also important to remember, every effort counts, whether big or small. Gardening is cumulative. Even if you only have a few minutes to spare or a single jar of fermented rice water, you're contributing to the soil's health and creating a more vibrant garden over time. Success in the garden isn't just about speed or size. It's about consistency, observation, and the joy of nurturing life. Every tiny action, from sprinkling a bit of rice water to turning a small patch of soil, can be deeply rewarding. And here's where you, our gardening community, can share and connect. We'd love to hear your results. Did your soil come alive with worms? Did your plants perk up? Maybe you tried a modification, like pairing the rice water with compost or leaves, and saw something special happen. Drop your experiences in the comments below so others can learn and be inspired. Finally, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss our gentle gardening tips, practical tricks, and ideas designed specifically for seasoned green thumbs. Whether you're cultivating a small backyard plot or a larger garden, staying tuned will help you nurture your soil and plants with minimal effort, maximum enjoyment, and sustainable results. Gardening is a journey, and every step you take, no matter how gentle, brings your soil, your plants, and your own green-thumbed spirit to life.